guys, welcome back to Flora Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to show you how I made these lit up terrariums plus a medium-sized terrarium with some decorations and a bonus Harry Potter themed terrarium. Let's go. So I had this large terrarium that has clearly gotten a little overgrown. That Palea plant in the middle, the money plant, was on its last leg, honestly, like it was about to die. And so I stuck it in this terrarium because terrariums create their own little micro environment and it kind of just revived itself. So if you have a dying plant, stick it in a terrarium and it'll kind of heal up and thrive. So I took it out and I repotted it and I promised to take care of it. And I took out the nerve plants. They were just getting a little too wild, and so all I kept in were my oxalis and a couple of baby tears, and then I put in this moss, I can't remember what it was called. And then I have this hallmark ornament of Hagrid's hut that I broke. One of the little spires on top broke, so I replaced it with a non-broken one, so I figured this one could go in the terrarium. And I got these cute little stepping stone paths from Temu. They're just made for a terrarium, and then a little hippogriff, really it's a griffin, don't judge me, and some little styrofoam pumpkins for the giant pumpkin patch. And then I stuck a little piece of baby tear in that fell off because it needed a little plant right there. And then later I put in some little fake tree stumps and gave it a water, and this is my Harry Potter terrarium. Next up, I have these 3 small half-gallon jars that I bought from Goodwill. Like they were like $5 to $7. So I'm adding a layer of rock and then a layer of activated charcoal. This goes in fish tanks and it just is going to help prevent mold and kind of filter your water. And I added an inch or 2 of just some regular potting soil. And I like to tamp it down with my hand a little bit just to firm it up so there's not a lot of air bubbles. And then comes the fun part. You get to start picking plants. I try to shake off most of the dirt so that I can kind of plant it where I want it and not have a bunch of bulky dirt in the way. And then I kind of spread the roots out a little bit so they'll start growing. They were a little root bound in these tiny pots. And then if any plant like that one just now has 2 plants in it, I'd like to split it apart and use them in multiple settings. Terrarium plants will keep growing. A lot of times though, they'll kind of adjust to their environment and they won't get so crazy. They'll kind of stop when they hit the lid. But as you saw that Palea plant at first, it kept on going. So you may have to trim your plants at some point, but they will kind of adapt to the size of their container. So here again, I'm just planting, and I realized that the one I was trying to put in was too big, so I split it apart again. Plants are pretty forgiving, especially when you stick them in a terrarium. They'll bounce back even if they look a little worse for wear. So just kind of eyeballing what I like, giving them a little water. I kind of put 3 plants in each. That seemed to be all that fit. This one was a little tall, so I buried it as deep as I could and then kind of trimmed the top off a little bit. You can always trim your plants. It's not going to hurt it. And then I pulled a little piece of the baby tears off, and then this tiny little Palea plant that I hope will kind of stay small, but we'll see. So those 3 went in this one, and I was really happy with my choices here. So then I took all of my extra plants that I had teased apart or whatever, and I put them in this medium-sized terrarium. This is my gallon one. The Harry Potter one was a 2-gallon. So same thing, rocks, charcoal, dirt, and now I'm just potting up plants, making sure to kind of tamp the dirt around each plant, giving them a little bit of space to grow. Again, if it's a little tall, you can trim them, but don't worry too much about that. They'll kind of just move with the light and adapt. So after I got all of my plants repotted, stuff from the first terrarium that I took out, it was time for decorating. Now I had these mushrooms and I ended up heating up a nail and putting it through the bottom so that I had something to stick into the dirt, and it worked really well. All of these decorations are from Temu, don't judge, but they're so cute. So I have little styrofoam mushrooms that came on sticks, bigger mushrooms that were kind of rubbery. I have these brass bugs and little frogs and things, and so I just kind of had fun placing little decorations everywhere. It just kind of gives your terrarium a little bit more character. It makes it a little more whimsical. I love mushrooms, but they're not, you know, gonna grow like this in your terrarium, especially these cute toadstools, these red ones. And so just kind of, again, seeing what I liked, moving things around if need be, adding cute little animals here and there just to give it some character. And my mom got me these super awesome tools. So the little silver tools I've been using, my mom got me those, and they're actually really helpful. They're made for terrariums. They're nice and long, so you can kind of dig down in there and you know, get to the bottom of things, shuffle the dirt around, pinch plants into place, things like that. So terrarium tools are actually very helpful. So last step is I have these grow lights. You can get these on Amazon or Temu, and I cut the acrylic stick to size. These are plant grow lights, and this one has 3 on 1 plug, so it's perfect. And they're just going to provide light, because where I'm going to put these is in my living room on a shelf, and they're not going to get any sunlight really, and so they need light or they're not going to grow. And so look how pretty they are once I turn this on. Isn't that going to be the cutest thing on a shelf? I feel like I live in like a little witchy cottage now, and it's adorable. So here is the first small one, the second small one. I love this dragonfly that I stuck in there. The mushrooms just add so much like color. I just love the pop of red. And I love how these all turned out. They're all different, they're all cute. So yeah, there's the small ones, and here's the Harry Potter one next to the medium-sized one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and head over to my channel to subscribe for more content like this, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks guys, bye.